Hi guys, how are you doing? So today we are discussing the weekly forecast of Forex market, and specifically I will be going through the currencies only because that's what I do. I trade currencies, and I will be discussing all the USD major pairs, specifically focusing on them. That what could be the next scenarios that can be formed, and we can see within the week. So moving towards the idea here is that what's actually going on and what are the data that is coming. So guys, you can see that Monday has already begun, and there is some ECB, that is known as European Central Bank president speaks, that is due, and there's also like Australian dollars uh, monetary policy meeting. So monetary policy usually deals with the central banks, the the decisions made by the central banks. So on Tuesday, we can see that there is also monetary policy hearing that we can witness in the pound, and there would be a CPI on the CAD as well on 8:30 on Tuesday morning. That is the New York time, and similarly, there is some kind of United States data, but it is something that is more important on the CPI. That is like it is an indicator for the inflation. And moving on the Wednesday, we have like pound CPI that is coming. On Tuesday, we have like CAD CPI, and further moving towards like there are some peaks in the euro for the European session, so we can expect some move. And there is Bank of Japan governor speaks, that is also due, and it could be at any time. That is tentative right now. And moving on Thursday, we have the Central Bank of Australia speaks, and their governor speaks, and there is also unemployment claims. There is the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. It's basically an index that is conducted in Philadelphia. And then on Friday, it's like really heavy day that we can see that there's a retail sales that is coming, and it is also the part of inflation. There is PMI that is coming for euro, and there's a pound PMI as well, as we can expect that on the same day as the euro is coming. So it's all interlinked because euro and pound, Europe and England, they are basically interconnected. And there is PMI of United States as well on 9:45, and core retail sales. So it's like a lot of activity that we can expect on Friday. So running back to the charts, let's let's start from like DXY and what we are looking at currently. So guys, the DXY. This is basically the weekly chart I have highlighted right now, and you can see that how the DXY is acting. That price has pushed on the upper side, and now price is in the range, currently forming the structure like that. And what we can expect further is that price has made its high above this point, and price also had made the lows around this point. And uh, if we move towards the lower time frame, we can get a better clue about it. So moving towards the lower time frame, let's go into daily. The daily structure is really prominent in the sense that price has taken a bounce around this point, and now the price is on the run towards the upper side. So price is going making this structure, and price is going like that. So it's like a rally based rally structure right now that we can observe. And let's see that what we can observe more. So guys, the idea is that this is actually the point that we need to focus on right now, because if we see that the price has started rallying around this point, and each candle is 1 day candle. So there's like a lot of daily candles. You can see there's a lot of daily candles, and that shows that a price has has started formulating the bullish trend here. And if we just so as we can see that a price has started formulation of this trend around this point. So now this is like point of interest right now. And we can see that there is a good break of structure that happened here. There was a pullback and then the price went on the upper side. So if we see right here that there was like a price that pushed on the upper side, there was a pullback here, right? Then price went up, and then price retested this level actually and retested here, and then the price is continuously going up. And on Friday basically the price came back down here and stopped. So moving towards the lower time frame on the 4 hour, we can just get a better analysis. So you can see that how this this move happened. Price went up, there was like a pullback here, or it's around like 50% of this zone, and then the price continuously going on the upper side. So price went and broke this high, price went up, price retested this level, and then price went up, right? And then price retested it and price broke out on from this level as well, and price is currently consolidating on the sideways right here. So getting deeper into the 1 hour, what we can expect right now. So there are like two kind of expectations. There is like a flag pattern that is that we can observe right now. See, so the price is forming like that. So if the price started breaking on the lower side, so what we can expect is a move towards this point, around this point, taking out these lows. And on the other hand, if the price breaks above this level, then price can be pushed on the upper side. So what we need to do is that we need to wait for a certain position, that how the price would react. And as we can observe that the price that came back down and broke up the structure, price came back down, broke up the structure, making continuously higher highs. And at this point there isn't any kind of like breaking on the upper side right now. And until and unless the price broke on this level, until and unless price break up like this, we can't expect any kind of further movement. We have to wait until price reclaims this level, and we can just like see that price has intention to go on the further upper side. Until and unless price also break this low and breaking this level and reclaiming this, and after, when the price would be breaking this level, we can expect that price has mode of going on the downside, because the structure is really bullish right now. So see, there's a breakout here, there's a breakout here, but right now the price is going consolidating sideways. If the price started coming back down here, reaching to this level, and then there is a pullback like that, so it's only then we can just like price start coming back, breaking out of this level, right, coming back here, and then we can expect a move downwards there, or we can even expect a move down towards this side. So uh, currently I can't say where the price will be breaking out, but this idea is that the price broke out on the upper side, we can expect some kind of movement. So let's move towards the next pair. So guys, this is USD JPY. So on the weekly time frame, what we can look at, that price has actually reclaimed this level right in front of you. And further we can see just further we can see is that price has made its high above here, right, and price has made its low above there. These are the current positions that we are looking at, and price is in between that. Price has continuously breaking up the higher highs. Like, see, this point was broken, this point was broken, and now price is being pushed on the upper side right now. So coming back to the daily can give us a better clue. We saw a big sell-off right here, and which indicated that the break of structure happened, but it's so early to recognize right now as a movement of or a shift on the downside, because the price currently reached to that level, and that level was um, basically a monthly level here, because you can see that it shows that October 29th at this point. So after that, the new month actually begun, and reaching to this monthly zone and stopping here, it is it is determining that the price level is currently important. Going back into the deeper into the 4-hour structure, so what we are looking at is is a simple breakout each and every time. See, the price broke above this level. Price price broke above this level, retested at this level. I made like a current mark this level as a fresh low, and price started moving on the upper side. Right, price broke above this level, and price was unable to break the downside here, because price literally pumped on the upper side. And this happened on the 5th November. That was an election day here, and in the United States, and the price broke above. Price pulled back, and it's around like 60%. Price pulled back, and then price again started on the breaking on the upper side. So if we just like zoom out more, so what we're looking at currently is, see, this is the low, and this is the structure. As the price break on the upper side, price started moving on the upper side and going above. But now what's really important for us to understand that on Friday we had a big sell-off, right? So price kind of like broke this structure. This was the structure here, which I can represent you that this was the structure here. Price broke this structure around here, right? And price went on the lower side. And as the price went on the lower side around here, there was a retest here exactly at this point, and then price again started going on the downside, breaking this high as well. So what we are looking at currently here is that after this big sell-off here around here, price reached to this level that I told you about. That price reached around here, that is a monthly level, and price held its support here, moved up on the upper side. All those people who were entering around here, they got stopped out right away with this big candle, and now the price is going on the upper side. So what we are expecting right now, the current expectation is, ambiguous in a sense that there could be like two opportunities right now. That if the price like came back down there, so now either we can see a pullback and continuation on the downside till this point, that can give us a really good trade if the price breaks around this point, or there's an opportunity that uh, either the price reclaims this point exactly and price goes up, and as the price goes up, and then again we see a pullback here, right? And then price starts taking the upper position. So then only in that case, if the price reclaims this point again and pushed on the upper side, then we can claim that the price is planning to go on the upper side. So looking at the current scenario, it is ambiguous, because we can see that we have a bullish long-term trend, right? And there is like a big sell-off. There was like an intensity that it seems like there was some intervention, because uh, looking at the dollar, it wasn't that weak on that on the Friday, but specifically USD JPY, the dollar was like literally pushed on the downside. That really makes this move really important, because either there is an intervention around here, and if there is intervention, the price could be pushed more on the downside. But currently the price has reclaimed this level, and price is holding this level as a strong support. And if there is some kind of if there is some kind of pullback around here, and we can see that there is a good amount of pullback around here, and which was tested twice. And if the price even goes on the upper side here and starts rejecting around this zone, there could be a sell-off on the downside, that price can be pushed on the downside. But if the price starts claiming this level, and even this level, we can see a good push on the upper side. So this is the point of waiting right now, because um, it's ambiguous right now. So let's move to the next pair right now. So okay guys, so this is pound. And pound is really interesting, that the pound is pushed really hard with the active sellers on the downside. So on the weekly structure, let's talk about this on the daily structure, and it will give you a better understanding. So let's consider this as a point of reference right now, and let's start looking at this. The price actually started moving on the upper side, and price came back down there, right? Because there was like a big sell-off that happened on the previous data. So it just portrayed the idea that the price is falling that quick. You see that there is an quick emergency that the price was being sold, right? So if you see that how fast the price is sold, it's like really fast. You see price went up there, and price directly went down there without making a proper pullback on that direction to be pushed down. So there was like an intensity, and momentum is really fast here, right? And then price started like forming on the upper structure, breaking these highs, right? Price moved up, and then there came a point that price started like going sideways. That actually shows that the negotiations were done. And there was a point that the price was pushed on the higher side, but then the buyers were trapped at this point, and the sellers took over, right, and pushed the price on the downside. But still, the the momentum with which the price was sold, it was kind of like stopped around here, right? And then the buying momentum starts. And when the buying momentum is started, you can see that there is a continuation higher highs being formed, right? Price breakout of this level around here, right? Forming a, this is a low, this is a high, this is a lower high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high, right? And price came back here, couldn't break this level, and then again price broke this level around here, came back, retested exactly on the same level around this point. And this is the kind of the trades that traders are actually looking at. This is the kind of trade that traders waiting for. So if we can look at that, if a person who just understands like what he is doing, if he would have taken a trade around here like that, it was literally a good even profits around here. Like you can get like more than 1:1 around here, and then it's your holding power that can push the price on the upper side. So sometimes you have to trail, sometimes you have to understand. And now currently guys, the most important thing is that there's a good break of structure that happened around here, right? And as the break of structure happened, the price is continuously retesting this level. And there was like a breakout that happened because of this zone around here, and then price pushed one time, and then price pushed second time, retest, and then price pushed the third time, right? And as the price pushed on the third time, there wasn't like much of the buyers that was left, and then we just saw a big sell-off right now. So what we can expect next, and the next thing is that there is a good amount of free space that is present all around here from this point to this point. And now what we're doing is that we will be waiting for some kind of pullback around here to be pushed on the downside. Or there is another thing that what we can do is see that how specifically the reaction of the pound starts here, right? If it pushed down, if it pushed like that, then we push up, then this, and then there's a breakout up here, then there would be, we have to wait for a pullback, and then this is a clear risk move that a trader would be looking at. So from this point to this point, we can expect a good momentum if the price moves on the upper side. But on the other hand, guys, if there is some kind of pullback around here, because pullback is really necessary in trading, you can literally enter here right now taking the short position, pushing the price on the downside, but your capital isn't that influential to take that decision. So we have to wait for some kind of like activity, like for example, if there is some kind of move that happens on the downside, right, and then there is a pullback around here, and then price retest here, and then there could be a short position that we could look at. So this is a scenario that we are looking in pound right now. So if we move towards like 4 hour time frame, so we can get a better swing. So the idea is that the price broke this level, and if a price comes on the upper side marking this point, we can expect some of the reactions here. But if the price goes here at this level, this is an ideal point, and we can see here at like 1.28800. It's kind of like a round number level, and if a price comes to that level as well, so we can expect some kind of like good reaction from here. Even price comes around here, or it can even go down there to this level and even further down like that, because see the urgency, it's like extreme right now. So waiting for a scenario that happened, creating a pump and a dump scenario, it's like really a good setup to scale in, and it will it will make more sense to me. So moving further to NZD, we can see that NZD has been like in a continuous sell structure right now, but the idea is that there isn't much of a pullback right now. So like if the price is going just like that, it's not beneficial for us, because if there was a break of structure around here, right, the price came back there, we could have expected this pullback, and we could have like taken a position around this and moving further, and price came back down, retested this level, and price is uh, pushed on the lower side. So what we are looking currently here is if we can get a structure that if it just goes back, we can expect a move downside like that. Or if it reclaims and goes back up here, and then again reclaims this and break up out on the upper side, this is a clear zone, guys, and I would be taking some positions around there if this builds up like that. But on the other hand, on the downside, if there's a pullback, so I would be loving to enter here and taking a short position, something like that. So I would be taking a short position scheme, because like see how urgency is acting. Like there's a big urgency, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like 7 sell candles, and then there was a pullback. And even like you can see that there isn't enough of a pullback that is even happening. So it seems like there's enough of the sellers that are present right now. So we're going to wait for some pump and dump setup. So it's a simple NZD scenario, and moving on the lower time frame on 1 hour. So this was like a break that happened here, right? Price pull back, try to take out all the people who are shorting around here, right? And then price started giving a move. So it is a bit choppy around here, and I wouldn't recommend that. And then again, here was a break of structure, right? The break of structure on the downside, price pushed back up, right? Price pulled back down. But the idea is that this pullback wasn't enough. So guys, you need to understand that there are certain times that we can face inducements, right? So these are the fake inducements that are added by the uh, smart money. Some people say that it is based on not on smart monies, but based on the bankers that do some kind of transactions out there. So idea remains actually the same on all the ends, that this all those people who were sitting this. And secondly, guys, like I want to tell you really important stuff. When this kind of moves happen, like all of the straight, and literally if you like zoom in into this candle, you will find that this happened like within seconds, and within minutes you wouldn't be able to take a fill, because if you are about to like take a fill around here, your fill would be around there, right? And there would be a pullback, and this candle must be having some kind of pullbacks as well, which wouldn't let you enter into the trade. So the smart money, the big people who are just putting like tons of millions of dollars on a certain position, they wouldn't be able to get filled. So in order to get a fill, they have to create a fake liquidity around here, and this is like how the fake liquidity generated. And now these guys, the big players, are sitting around here and they are literally enjoying all their profits down there. So it's more of a patience game, guys. So it's scary sometimes when you are in the wrong pair, but if you have patience, so you can go for it. So euro, it's really interesting because euro is currently on the sideways, just like dxy, because they are inversely correlated. And what you're looking at, that the price was on the upper side and it started coming back down, right? And as the price was coming back down, you can see that there wasn't enough of pullback. So eventually, like, price came back here, and then the price went up, and there was like a good amount of break of structure here, right? But this wasn't enough of the higher highs. So enough of the uh, buyers were still present here, right? And there was like a break of structure around this level. You can see that around this level there was like a good amount of break of structure. See, price pumped up, price exactly came, there was like a big break of structure on the upper side, price came back down, retested this level, and then the price pushed on the upper side, making enough sense. Like, this is the kind of a structure we are looking at, that price broke on the upper side, there was a pullback, and price pushed on the upper side. So now what we are looking at, it's really like important to understand the current scenario rather than looking into the historical chart. So what is happening, that there was a break of structure around here, right? Price even like came back up, couldn't make enough of the buyers to induce, and then there was the sellers were induced there, and the sellers pushed the price on the downside, exactly reaching to this level of the low of this structure. And when the price reached on the low of the structure, the price was pumped on the upper side, right? And this was the point, exactly at that point the price was being stopped, and then there was a big sell off here, right? Breaking the structure again, and then we have a low hanging fruit trade. Like, price came back down, this price pushed on the upper side, pump and dump scenario, and now the price is going on the up on the lower side. So what we are expecting right now is, if this is true, right? So the way the price is being sold off, if we can get some of the pullback around like this position, and even like this position, or even like this position, we can expect a move on the downside around here, right? Around this level. Although I wouldn't give you like a big uh, scenario that price can be pushed on the downside, because it's going to take like a lot of time, and the time doesn't matter. You can even hold this position around here, but this can give you a solid chance around like this level. So because this would be a psychological level as well, and which wouldn't like let big institutes go into enough of the moves. So we are expecting certain kind of pullback around here, and I can just take some trades. So on the other hand, if the price started reclaiming this level, and price started reclaiming this level, and this could be a good move on the upper side. So you guys are seeing that how these currency pairs are correlated. Now this is USD CHF, and and this is a low point, this is a high point. So price was continuously making like lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower, and eventually price reached this level. There was a pullback above there, exactly into this point, guys. These are the trades that are certain, these are trades where you can scale in, right? See, this was the structure, price exactly came into the structure, and price was pushed on the downside there. So currently what is happening, that this was like, as the prices came down there. So guys, like, the idea is that you need to understand something, that that is a concept of accumulation and distribution. So if the price came back down and price starts going into the ranging like that, it seems like there is a negotiation that is being done. Like, there isn't much. So waiting and closing out into this type of, I think that is the best point where you can close out the trades, because as the price started going into the sideways here, so it means that there could be a high probability that there could be a structural shift here. So uh, there was like a big breakout here that happened, right? Price retested that, then again price went up, again price broke this level, pushed on the upper side, and now again the price is trying to push on the upper side. On Friday, like we saw some of like a sell-off, and now the price is again going. So what we need to is we need to understand that there are breakout here that happened, there breakout there here as happened, and if the price goes back down there, we can expect some kind of move on the upper side. And it is quite clear in USD CHF rather than USD JPY. And going into the 1 hour time frame right now, now let's move towards like 4 hour first. That you see like dollar is, guys, stable, right? Here we can see that the dollar is stable, but on USD JPY there was a big sell-off right here, right? And in USD JPY there was a big sell-off, and I couldn't like expect a reason for it right now, but I can just say that there was an intervention by the BOJs. The Bank of Japan intervened, so it kind of like pushed the dollar more down. But on the other hand, the Swiss side it is much controlled. So if there is a breakout right here happening again, something like that, what I mean to say that if something like that happens, like see, price up, came back up, reclaim this level, and we can expect a move like that on the upper side. But right now, I need to wait, and wait till when? Wait till that this point starts. So if the price starts breaking this level around here, and price started like going back down there, taking these levels, and then there would be a pullback around here, so then we can only expect the price go making into the sell structure. But right now USD CHF is like continuously moving up. But on the other hand, like if we just compare it with USD JPY, guys, so the idea is that this is the point where the structure has to break first, right? This is the point where structure has to break first. This is the point where the structure has to break first. Currently the scenario is that the price has been breaking here on USD JPY on this structure, and specifically on this structure on the lower time frame. But the idea is that the higher time frame, it's still um, still not clear in the direction of like on the direction of the sell. Although like there was a big urgency out here that was being selling, we can take a momentum position around here and push it to the lower side, but we have to wait. And moving towards the Australian dollar, quite interesting. And Australian dollars is just so close to like NZD, so it would be around about like same stuff. So this was a low, this was a high. Like currently, what we are looking at here, price. It's a daily time frame, and there is a like lot of sell off that happened. Price broke the structure, went up, retested, and simply the price was pushed on the downside. So if a person can hold this, he could have like made a good amount of money. But on the other hand, we are looking at the smaller time frame, and smaller time frame is something I believe that a trader can make a quick buck out of it. But on the other hand, it could be risky as well. So guys, reaching at this level, if it forms a support right here, if it forms a good support here and price is pushed on the upper side, we can just like see some kind of sell off then again happening and taking the price. Because guys, see, this if you say this is a low, it's not as promising as this low. So there's enough of like a room out here to be pushed on the downside. And this is basic idea that what is really happening, what I really think that is happening. So as I am mostly focused on USD JPY because of like the quick movement and high ADR of this currency pair rather than the other currencies. So see, there's a breakout here that happened, price was pushed on the downside, and again the price was pumped up. But recently the price has been pushing on the downside. So this is like basically a Friday's move that happened here, right? And price is being stopped currently on this point. It is like really appetizing to even try to take a trade to be pushed on the downside, but still I want to wait for the volume. So thank you guys. It is all for from my side. And this was a weekly analysis for from 18th, that is Monday to 24. That would be Friday. So I hope you would be understanding that how important this weekly analysis is, and you should like comment, subscribe, like, and support. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye.